story based was just another school day at Westwood High, but for 14-year-old Amina Carter, it was one she'd never forget. Amina had always been quiet, bright, observant, and soft-spoken. She was new to the school, having moved from Atlanta just a few months earlier. She wore her natural hair in braids and kept to herself, preferring books over gossip. That alone was enough to draw the attention of the wrong crowd. For weeks, a group of girls in her grade, led by a loud, brash classmate named Kelsey, had been targeting her, snide comments in the hallway, mocking her voice, laughing at her clothes. It all came to a head one Friday afternoon. After gym class, Amina headed to the bathroom to fix her hair before her last period. She didn't realize she had been followed until the door slammed shut behind her. 3 girls, no witnesses. "What's the matter, Amina? Too good to talk to us?" Kelsey sneered, blocking the exit. The other 2 girls flanked her, their phones half raised, recording and giggling. Amina felt her pulse quicken. Her first instinct was fear, but then something changed. With calm, deliberate steps, Amina walked to the center of the room and turned to face them. Her voice didn't shake. "You know what? I'm not scared of you," she said clearly. "You think ganging up on one person makes you powerful? That's weakness." The girls blinked, caught off guard. Amina didn't stop. "Go ahead and post your videos. People will see exactly what you are. And I'll keep showing up every day with my head held high because I don't have to tear someone else down to feel strong." The silence was thick. No one expected a speech. No one expected grace under pressure. Kelsey muttered something under her breath and turned to leave. The others followed. Later that day, Amina reported the incident, not to get revenge, but to stop the cycle. The school took it seriously. The video ironically helped prove her case. The bullies were suspended. But more importantly, something shifted. Students who had once watched in silence came up to her, thanked her. Teachers commended her bravery. Even a few classmates who had once joined in the teasing apologized. Amina hadn't just stood up for herself. She showed everyone what real courage looked like. Would you like this adapted into a script, short film scene, or news article format? To school, expecting stares, whispers, maybe even more trouble. Instead, she was greeted with something she didn't expect. Respect. Students she barely knew nodded at her in the hallways. A few even approached her at lunch, asking if she wanted to join them. One girl, Maya, quietly admitted, "I've been through the same thing." But I never said anything. You're really brave." For the first time since transferring, Amina felt seen, not for what she wore or how she spoke, but for who she was. Her story spread beyond the school. The assistant principal invited her to speak at an upcoming student assembly about bullying and resilience. Nervous but determined, Amina stood before the whole school weeks later and shared her experience. She spoke not just of fear, but of self-worth, the power of words, and how silence can be its own form of cruelty. What stunned everyone was how she ended her speech. "I don't hate those girls. I hope they learn to do better. I stood up for myself, but now I want to stand up for others too." The auditorium erupted in applause. Amina became a quiet leader in the school's peer mentoring group. She never looked for attention, but she gained something deeper: respect, friendship, and a voice that others listened to. And the bullies? Their reputations never quite recovered, but Amina didn't focus on that. She had more important things ahead, because sometimes the strongest voices are the ones that speak softly, but with truth, dignity, and unshakable courage. Would you like the story to continue even further, maybe exploring Amina's